to Mama Mondays, which is actually on a Tuesday this week. I'm really sorry, I've had such a hectic bank holiday weekend, as you can probably tell from my vlog Sunday. And the days have all just got a bit mixed up. We've had Ben at home, we've been here, there and everywhere seeing family, and it's all just got a bit crazy. This week's topic is sleep training. It's quite a controversial topic. I'm just a believer in what works for you is the best way. It doesn't matter if someone believes in crying it out or if someone believes in co-sleeping. What you decide is right for you and your children is the right way. I don't believe in cry it out. I didn't want to do that with Paisley. Some of my friends did and it worked for them. Great. I had a bit of a bad time with Paisley. He didn't sleep through the night until we did do sleep training. Being a first time mum, it was all new to me. I didn't know what to do. I tried every single trick out there that I knew of. I went to the library and got books. I searched countless websites, online forums. I asked different people what they did. Nothing worked. Or in my eyes it didn't work. I didn't want to do crying out and I thought that was going to be my last ditch attempt, but I really didn't want to. I tried the lay it down technique where you lay them down until they stay down and go to sleep. There was one night I did it, something like 115 lay downs. It didn't work. I tried rocking him to sleep, driving him to sleep, walking him in his buggy to sleep, tried keeping him up later, tried going to bed earlier. Yeah, nothing worked for us, it seemed. And then I know now that from 6 months is when you're meant to start sleep training and teaching them to self-settle. I didn't know that. So next time round it'll be a lot easier, fingers crossed. But Paisley didn't sleep through the night until he was 14 months old. So I was up every 2 to 3 hours and all I ever knew was to breastfeed him back to sleep. And it worked, but it meant that I was up every 2-3 hours. And yeah, because he was that old, he didn't necessarily need it. He was having 3 meals a day plus snacks and water and just boob on demand when he wanted it, which we'd kind of got down to morning and bedtime during the day, because I was back at work 2 days a week, so he just never really had it unless he was a bit poorly. But yeah, I was acceptant to the fact that I wasn't going to be getting a full night's sleep until he decided he wanted to sleep through the night. Until one of my friends said to me, look, I've got a friend with twin boys. She's got 2 other old children as well, and she successfully got them to sleep. I'll give you a number, have a chat. I was like, okay, I'll try anything. So got chatting away. So her routine is they have a bath. The bath is the last stimulation of the day, so they can have as much fun and playing around as they want. But as soon as the bath's finished, they're wrapped up in the towel and taken straight up to their bedroom. When up there, you get them in their pyjamas, get them all nice and cosy, and then they have their milk. So whether it's bottle or breast, they have their bedtime feed. And then while they're having their feed, you need to keep them awake, whether you talk to them or however works for you, just keep them awake. Don't let them get drowsy or sleepy. The lights in the bedroom need to be on as well. And then once they've had their feed, you read them a bedtime story. And once the story's over, you lay them down in their cot and they go straight to sleep. I mean, when I read this, I was like, Paisley's not going to do that. But he did. And she warned me that the first night was going to be quite difficult. And me oh my, was it? he was up. I mean, he slept until about 10:30, and then it's from there on it went bad. He was up 14 times in total in the night, which is more than I've ever had. And she said, stick with it. And basically what you do, you wait 10 minutes, set a timer. The timer I had to have because when you're hearing your little one upset when they've woken up, 10 minutes is a long time, and if you don't time it, you're going to go in sooner. And majority of the time, after 2.5, 3 minutes, Paisley would settle himself back down. He wasn't screaming, he wasn't beside himself. He was just kind of whimpering and and yeah, I was okay with doing that. That's not crying it out to me, so I was happy to do that. If he didn't settle after 10 minutes, I went straight in and I'd say, it's okay, Mummy's here. It's time for Nana to Papa. And I would lay him down and stroke his hair or pat his back and just shush him. And then I would stay there until he was asleep again. If he was really beside himself, I would pick him up, give him a quick cuddle until he wasn't so upset, and then start that process again. And then every time he woke up, I did the same thing. So yeah, the first night, 14 wake-ups. The second night, half, if not less than that. Third night, sleeping through the night. And then, since then, he's been sleeping 12, 13 hours a night. Couldn't believe it. I was like, how have I not known about this sooner? I just had to tweak a few things and not give milk during the night, and he slept through the night. We did have a little blip when we moved house. Was it when we moved house? Yeah, when we moved house. And I tried a slightly different version of sleep training, just for a bit, something different for me. Another friend had recommended it. It's pretty much the exact same, so bath, upstairs, but the room is as dark as can be. You can have like the hallway light on, or I would have like a little, Paisley's got a diffuser in his room, so I just had the light on that on while I was in there. And you give them their milk while they're in their towel, then you put their pyjamas on, and then story, and then bed. And I feel like that one worked even better for Paisley, keeping it all chilled and dark. And yeah, he took to that one straight away. He didn't wake up in the night. But now obviously he doesn't have milk, so it's straight upstairs, pyjamas, story, bed. And yeah, he went straight back to sleeping 12, 13 hours. There has been times where he's been poorly and he's woken up in the night. But most of the time he's either needed some medicine, teething gel, or he just needs a bit of reassurance to go back to sleep. I always try and give him a little bit of time to go back to sleep. This new method that I used last time, if they do wake in the night, you wait 20 seconds before you go in. If they're calm after 20 seconds, you don't go in at all. If they are, you go in, you don't make eye contact, you don't talk. You literally lay them down and just stroke and pat until they're calm. And you don't wait till they're asleep, you leave the room and then allow them to self-settle themselves. If they do, because there have been a few times Paisley's got even more worked up with me being there. I think if they can see you, they want you more. So as soon as he starts getting distressed, I've stopped and left the room. If he carries on for another 20 seconds, I re-entered and tried again. But that one, I think, that kind of me was the next step, because I don't feel he needs me there to fall to sleep anymore. He's quite happy just to be like, yeah, okay, mummy's in the house still. I can go back to sleep now. Actually, we had a few times he was waking up at 5 a.m, and then he was waking up at 4:30, 4:45, and then once, I think it was when the clocks went forward, he woke up at 4, which was actually, for his body clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was lost at what to do. So I thought, okay, treat it as a night wake up. And I did that, and touch wood, he's actually been sleeping really good. He's been waking up no earlier than 6 o'clock, and the last 3 or 4 days he's been waking up between 7 and past, which is amazing for Paisley. I've recently started getting up before him. I've been getting up between 5 and past, so I can have a cup of tea on my own, watch a bit of YouTube, have a shower and get ready for the day. And even if I've got time, I've even done all my housework for the day, and then it's done. And it is so nice, because then when Paisley wakes up, I have my complete attention on him, and it's amazing, because I really noticed the difference in him. He's not as whingy and clingy because he's got my attention. I'm not, oh, mummy's just got to do this, mummy's got to do that. I'm there for him, and you really do notice the difference. And then we can get him ready for the day and go for a walk or go out and do what we need to do. And yeah, it's a really good start to the day. It makes me a bit more tired, obviously, and I need to go to bed a bit earlier, but I've got no problem with that. So yeah, that's how I sleep trained Paisley. Later than normal, but it worked. I hope this video helps at least one other mum out there. I've actually reached out to some mums that I've seen on Facebook groups in my area and offered the same advice, because I think this woman helped me so much, and it saves your sanity and you get your sleep back when you've not had it for so long. So if I can help any amount of mums, I know how debilitating sleep deprivation is. It consumes you. So if I can help anyone, if you want a bit more in-depth help, then please don't hesitate to message me. I'm willing to help, no problem. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next week, and I hope you had a great Easter. Take care. No. Sleep deprivation.